Trump wanted to make America great again by taxing the world.
And with Pakistan, I said, if you guys want to fight a war and you have nuclear weapons, I'm going to put big tariffs on you both, like 100%, 150, and 200%. No.
But now, the world is quietly pushing back. Trade ships are slowing, factories are cutting shifts, and the global economy is holding its breath. Because the tariff war that started in Washington is spreading everywhere. The World Trade Organization has just issued a grim warning. Global trade is grinding to a halt, and the shockwave isn't coming from Beijing or Moscow this time. It's coming straight from the White House. In its latest report, the WTO projects that global trade will grow by just 0.5% next year, the weakest in over a decade. The culprit? The United States' aggressive new tariff wave under President Trump's revived America First economic policy. Since retaking office, Trump has approved a universal 10% import tariff, targeting nearly every trading partner on Earth. For China, the rate goes even higher, up to 60% on some tech goods. He says it's about restoring fairness. He calls it economic sovereignty. But the rest of the world calls it what it is, a trade shock. Companies that once relied on open markets are now scrambling to adjust. Car manufacturers in Europe are facing new taxes. Asian electronics exporters are rushing to reroute shipments. And global shipping lanes, once symbols of steady commerce, are turning quiet. To understand the scale of what's happening, rewind a bit. For months, trade numbers looked deceptively strong. Imports surged, ports were jammed, and U.S. warehouses overflowed with goods. Analysts thought it was a sign of confidence. But in reality, it was panic buying, a rush to bring in as much as possible before tariffs locked the gates. Now, that wave has crashed. Factories are idling, warehouses are emptying, and exporters, from Mexico to Malaysia, are seeing orders vanish overnight. Meanwhile, the Trump administration is pulling out of key international trade forums, cutting funds to UN trade agencies, and tightening export controls on semiconductors and green tech. The message is clear: America will trade on its terms, or not at all. The ripple effects are spreading fast. In Germany and Japan, industrial output is slipping. In Vietnam and Thailand, electronics assembly lines are slowing down. Shipping rates have plunged, not because logistics are improving, but because there's less to move. Even American farmers, who once benefited from Trump's protectionist policies, are now feeling the burn. China, one of their biggest customers, has slashed imports of U.S. soybeans and beef, redirecting orders to Brazil and Argentina. But perhaps the most ironic twist is this. The one country expected to suffer most, China, is adapting fastest. While the U.S. builds tariff walls, Beijing is signing new trade deals across Africa, Latin America, and Central Asia, offering cheaper goods, infrastructure, and stable long-term agreements. Its Belt and Road Initiative is suddenly looking more attractive than ever, especially to nations squeezed out of American markets. So while Trump's tariffs may look like a show of strength, they're quietly reshaping global alliances in China's favor. In the short term, tariffs may score political points. They create an illusion of control, factories coming back, flags waving, speeches cheering. But the global picture tells another story. Prices rising, supply chains shrinking, innovation stalling. Trade isn't just about goods, it's about trust. And every new tariff chips away at that trust, leaving behind a fragmented system where everyone trades less and everyone pays more. The United States once built the world's trade architecture. Now, it's shaking its foundations. And if this trend continues, historians might one day say the 2020s weren't defined by war or climate, but by a silent economic freeze. So what do you think? Is Trump's new tariff war a clever defense of American industry, or a slow-motion crash for the global economy? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that decode how power, money, and politics move the modern world.